Just be glad for all you have that's in today.
Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction of Milo Pony Friendship is Magic, Season 9, Episode 14. So I am pre-recording this, just letting you know ahead of time. This is being pre-recorded due to the fact that, well, this episode was released early. This and many other episodes, all the way up to Episode 20, were released early in another country. I don't know exactly which one this time. And I've shared my displeasure about this being done before. It's just a really, really bad idea for networks to do this in other countries and all. It's just really stupid, honestly. And unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. So yeah, so I have to pre-record these, which sucks ass. So yeah, last episode, the mid-season finale centered around Luna and Celestia. They decided to have basically a sister's day out, doing things that they've always wanted to do. Celestia wanted to do some more extreme fun stuff, while Luna wanted to more relax and just enjoy life, basically. And in the end, they had a fight and got back together. It was a nice episode. It was a fun episode and a really good one, well written. Now, this episode obviously isn't going to connect directly to that. I have no idea what to expect going forward. I fortunately have not been spoiled as of yet. Although I've almost been. I've seen a couple of screen caps from future episodes, but they're not only just completely out of context, they just show members of the main six, just like interacting or whatnot, or making a face. And I don't even remember most of them because they weren't like super memorable shots or anything, which is good. I'm glad that that's the only kind of thing I would have been spoiled on, like just minor stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know anything else like that's coming up in the future of the season, outside of what I can just guess based on what we've gotten, such as the stuff with the League of Villains. Our Legion of Doom, if you will. But otherwise, it's going to be just as episodic and everything for the most part, with like little bits of ongoing narrative and stuff here and there. And that's just kind of how the show is. And unlike some shows, the episodic stuff is actually really good still and builds on continuity and stuff and builds off of continuity. So, yeah. I'm interested to see where this goes, though. Like I said, I know nothing about these upcoming episodes, so not really too much to talk about going into them. So let's just get going. But so when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you at the reaction. Okay, and we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Sorry it got so dark in here. I guess like the clouds covered up the sun or something outside. It's only 1:30. I could possibly turn on the light, but that'll probably cause like, yeah, it's not gonna look as good. It doesn't really work like super well. Anyways, so this was another good episode. I really enjoyed this. The return of Cheese Sandwich was very much welcomed. Weird Al did great again. The song was not as good as the songs in his last appearance, or even a lot of the other songs this season, but it wasn't bad. I feel like it fit the episode. It fit Weird Al's style. It just wasn't as good as the other songs he sang. What was that, season 5, I want to say? Or, again, as other ones this season. I liked Sans. He was a great character. I really like how he did have a sense of humor and was very helpful and everything, even if he wasn't much of a laugher initially. And I like how the idea is that Cheese lost his laugh because he was kind of put into this monotony of factory work. And it's like all the stuff they were doing was fine, but it's like he wasn't seeing the effects of it. The effects of specifically seeing other ponies react and laugh at his gags, which is where his laughter came from in the first place. That's where his pleasure and fun and just joy came from being able to entertain others, from being able to give them those big laughs. So it's like, so being in that factory work and not seeing the actual reactions of their of the stuff they're doing, it brought him down basically. And it's a fascinating idea that they did that, because we've seen this in other things where it's like, yeah, the monotony of this kind of thing will bring you down when you're not actually interacting with what makes these gags great. But then you get, like, you find, you not really find, but return to what made them great in the first place. Basically the inspiration to starting this all. And yeah, you'll gain that laugh back. So it was really cool to see that. I like how in the end, how Pinky finding her purpose, which was like the catalyst for a lot of this episode. She wanted to find her purpose because she felt like while the others all had these big things they were doing, she didn't, even though that's not true. But in the end, that's kind of what it went for, that she realized she already is living her purpose. She's making her friends and others laugh and have fun and just be joyful. She's doing what she does best. And granted, like outside of that, like just the career aspect, she's still a baker. Like she's still got that going for her. So she could still open a bakery. And heck, she could make it a bakery joke shop combination. I could see Pinky making that work. So it's like, she definitely has her purpose figured out. I feel like, just forgot that for a second. And I like how the ending kind of told us that. That just like Cheese, she had forgot what truly made her, well, what truly made her purpose so special and what her purpose was. But through helping Cheese, she realized that she basically had the same purpose as him, which is understandable and completely believable. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought this was a really good episode. Pinky was at her prime here. There were some really funny jokes. The gags and stuff, like the joy buzzer and the squirting flour and all, even with Pinky's like ideas and all, were still very classic generic gags. Like, they're nothing like super special or exceedingly funny, of course, but maybe to kids who, again, this show is marketed towards, yeah, those would be more funny. But of course, like, comedy is subjective in general and takes a lot more than that for a lot of people. Some people find those just simple gags classic and timeless. So it's just like, yeah, and they even kind of addressed in the episode that comedy is subjective. That comedy doesn't work for every single person. So I like that they did that too. Or rather, that the same comedy doesn't work for every single person. So yeah, this was a very good episode. I really enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments, though, what you thought. And thank you so much for tuning in. For now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And though you've come through many obstacles,